Now, some of you might not know that long before I was ordained into ministry, I worked in corporate public relations, PR. I was an account executive at a few different firms, one of which was in Chicago on the top floor of one of those stunning buildings right on Michigan Avenue. And the basic setup of this firm, and most PR firms, to be honest, is that you would work in teams, usually about 4 to 6 of us on any one account, and you usually had 2, maybe 3 accounts if they wanted to be cruel. And in this team, we would certainly oversee the budget and the branding, and we'd work with the advertisers and the marketing teams and certainly the client to come up with PR campaigns through strategic events and communication and clever product placement. And these little think tanks of ours, our teams, we were very, very productive, and there were very talented and brilliant minds on these teams. But what made them especially brilliant were they were people who also knew themselves to be limited. That's actually what makes the best kind of teams in the PR world, working on campaigns of this size, successful. You have to know that you are limited. You see, what would happen is that the client's bottom line and the branding and marketing buzzwords and initiatives and timelines and benchmarks that you're supposed to hit, and the demographics and the rationale and the feasibility, there's one of those words, it would begin to shrink and narrow and even snuff the magic. Our team's brains would inevitably get stuck in the finite and rational. Our minds almost too full with reality, that we literally couldn't access what many strategists call thinking outside the box. It was impossible. It's like you almost know too much to get there. And this knowing too much would start to make us very serious and very cynical. A major red flag in PR is when you start hearing people on your team say things like, "This is how we always do things," or "I don't see how that's possible," or the dread, "The budget just won't allow for it." Some of you will remember that I preached about the power of yes and, a cardinal rule for improvisation, in contrast to the comedy killer, no but. Same thing. Same thing. The red flags were the no buts. And at my firm, we had a remedy for this. It was called the brainstorm room. Nearly every day, I would arrive to my desk and emails with invitations extended by other teams to join them for a brainstorm session at a certain time. And you attended the ones you could with the expectation that you make the time for at least one brainstorm a week as a service to your fellow colleagues on other teams. So the team would present the bare bones basics. The product or company, a few branding bits like, think healthy, natural, and clean. Maybe a bit about the goal, like the client wants something for summer, maybe a kickoff event to launch the thing, but that's it. You had to be really careful not to bemire your coworkers with too much detail, or their brains would start narrowing too. We just couldn't help ourselves. The hope, instead, with just the bare bones, was for wild, gale force, winds and thunder and lightning and downpours to whip through brains, hence the brainstorm room, so that the creative magic could descend. On the outside door, literally, was a plaque our CEO had made of this brain with lightning bolts coming out of it. It was an imagination incubator. That's what it was. No stupid or too weird or too impossible ideas. Just go for it. Toss them out. Let it rip. Release them. No bad ideas. No too extravagant ideas in the brainstorm room. I think about this room a lot. It's been 20 years since I have worked in PR. I have never stopped thinking about that brainstorm room. It applies, and quite frankly, is needed most everywhere, don't you think? Church is a great place for brainstorm rooms. Albert Einstein, the genius physicist who needs no introduction, once said, "I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world." You might not know that Einstein imagined himself riding on a beam of light, and it was this imagining that led to his groundbreaking theory of relativity. In my assessment, Einstein understood that knowledge and the rational, that which can be measured, seen, plotted, and planned, wonderful things, what the rational mind can do and conceive of, is bound by what we understand, right? What the brain regards as possible, rational. And there's a kind of linear performance that happens in these bounds of understanding. Of course, rules are rules and facts are facts in that bound realm. Imagination, on the other hand, goes beyond these boundaries into the unknown and irrational, and subsequently creates new possibilities, new understandings. This is where innovation happens, the magic. Most great innovators and inventors, discoverers, astronomers, adventurers, artists, philosophers, theologians will tell you that none of their great ideas, theories, and understandings would be possible without the proverbial brainstorm room. Unbridled imagination incubators. Our poet today, thank you, Morris, for your reading, wrote of awe, which I believe is like imagination's little buddy. They go together and make for really good travel. To imagine is to think about a wondrous and wild thing. To know awe is to experience a wondrous and wild thing. One might argue that imagination sets the table for awe, the guest. And when awe arrives, well, it's a dinner that often eclipses imagination. In fact, it should, because if you know what's coming, there's not much room for awe, right? I have been wanting to do this for over 10 years. I have been waiting for the moment when it would somehow go with whatever was going on in worship. I'm going to do something out of the box this morning. I can stand here all morning dissecting awe and imagination with all my words and metaphors and examples, but my hope is that you can witness it right now. And so I'm going to show you a video, and our wonderful tech ministers are pulling it up. So just hold for a moment. Eric and Peter, thank you. All you need to know, I'm going to give you the bare bones about what you're about to see. And if your vision isn't working well for you this morning, it's okay. You're going to be able to hear it. And if you can't really hear all that well, it's okay, because the closed captions are going to be on. So hopefully it'll hit the mark for all of you, I hope. Maybe, if anything, you will just simply feel what you are about to witness. What you're about to see is a man, simply known, a man now known as Double Rainbow Guy, okay, who on January 8th, 2010, stepped outside his house with his video camera. That's what we were still using in those days to record things, to capture a double rainbow that had just appeared in the sky. That's it. It's about, 3 minutes, 29 seconds, and we're just going to watch the whole thing.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow. All the way. Double rainbow. Oh my God. It's a double rainbow all the way. Whoa, that's so intense. Whoa, man. Wow. Whoa. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. Oh, wow. Woo. Yeah. Oh my God, look at that. It's starting to even look like a triple rainbow. Oh my God, it's full on. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. What does this mean? Oh my God. Oh God. It's so bright. Oh my God, it's so bright and vivid. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. God, it's a double complete rainbow. Oh, my front yard. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's it mean? Tell me. Too much. That's what it means. Oh my God. It's so intense. Oh my God.
Great.
Yeah. To date, Over 50 million people have watched this video. I think this is the case because we humans are hungry for experiences like this, somewhere deep down. Experiences of awe. Our little nervous systems, I would say, are probably desperate for them. I sense that Rainbow Guy, maybe for a while, was imagining what a full double rainbow might look and feel like in his backyard, looking out over Yosemite Valley, by the way. But what did he make available inside of himself to have this experience of it when it arrived? A full double rainbow all the way. What does it mean? When Don Miguel Ruiz wrote his million times over best-selling book, The Four Agreements, he put forward what he called the new dream, which simply posits that the dream you are living is your creation. That you have the power to create hell, and you have the power to create heaven. Why not use your mind, your imagination to dream heaven? He says, just use your imagination and a tremendous thing will happen. Imagine that you have the ability to see and know the world with different eyes, a different mind, whenever you choose. What you will see is love coming out of the trees, love coming out of the sky, love coming out of the light, he says. Neuroscience is now telling us that integrating imagination, awe and wonder, creativity with our rational concrete wiring actually synchronizes our heartbeat and breath. Huh? A quote-unquote human wholeness descends. These are not my sermonic words to you. These are the words of Berkeley neuroscientists. Human wholeness descends. It's just so easy to set our default programming to the small, get the job done teams we are on, in our families, in our jobs, on our boards, in our committees, in our parenting or caregiving, in simply how we move through a day with all its logistics and rules and what we have always done and how it's not going to work and the budget won't allow it, that keep us from imagining and innovating, breaking through towards the what does it mean, and never knowing. But wow, all the way anyway. The brainstorm room is available to us, you know? Heaven is available to us. A new dream is available to us. All you need to tap into this is to acknowledge that you have a desire and a need to imagine and experience it. That's all. That you know it's time, not all the time, but sometimes, to lift your gaze from your smartphones and computers and news predictions and org charts and all the things, all the good things, and go out and marvel at the world, at art, at science, at the power of human connection, the buckets. Surrender to the extraordinary. That's it. That can be your little prayer if you're at all interested in this. Where today might I surrender to the extraordinary? And friends, I will say that this is life and death. It's an urgent reconnaissance mission in my mind. Albert Einstein also said that the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and all true science. To those to whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe like Double Rainbow Guy, they are as good as dead because their eyes are closed. I don't want to be this, do you? As good as dead. I don't want to participate in that story about humans who have their eyes, their minds, their imaginations just closed. I want to be Double Rainbow Guy. I mean, not all the time, but like regularly sounds kind of nice. For someone who can at least imagine myself riding a light wave or having my brain stormed. We Unitarian Universalists are and have always been seekers of the mystery, the infinite, asking, what does it mean? And never, ever settling or resolving this question. Isn't this wonderful about us? Our imaginations on the daily are supposed to be about setting the table for awe. This is what our tradition asks of us. Brainstorming and trying to be whole humans, living and loving alongside whole humans, dreaming new dreams, transforming, imagining, reimagining, bending the arc of the universe towards justice. Right? Right? All the way, people. All the way. So bright and beautiful. So bright and beautiful people. That's who we are. This is our inheritance as Unitarian Universalists, and it's up to us to pass it on to the next generation of seekers. That's our charge. And I want to bring back those beautiful words of our poet as I close my time with you here. Imagination and awe embodied. Hear these words, written by James Cruz. Awe. It's a shiver that climbs the trellis of the spine, each tingle a bright white morning glory breaking into blossom beneath the skin. It can happen anywhere, anytime. Even finding this sleeve of ice worn by a branch all morning, now fallen on a bed of snow. You can choose to pause, pick it up, hold the cold thing in your hand, or not. Few tell us that wonder and awe are decisions we make daily, hourly, minute by minute in the tiny offices of the heart, tilting the head to look up at every tree turned into a chandelier by light striking ice in just the right way. Wow. All the way. Amen. And may it be so for each of us in these days.